podcast anywhere.
All right. That would be the case. You recording, Christian? Now that would be the case. All right. So for future references, record. Like I was on top of everything except the record button. So and that was, man, we was in the zone too, man. I mean, that was really a beautiful exchange. It's all good. We gonna run it right back, man. Golly. Anyway, man, welcome to Podcast Anywhere. It's a beautiful day out here. It's a beautiful day out here, man. We out here on the outskirts of the 225 Fest. I got my esteemed guests. We gonna get into all that, man. I just wanted to let y'all know we had a fire exchange going, and then my crazy self wasn't even recording. But that's just because I'm excited, man. The whole setup is fire. Christy in the building, my daughter's in the building, his family in the building. We talked about the wagon. We kind of talked about everything, man. So my esteemed guest for the day on our second official Podcast Anywhere interview is my dog Chad Uber. I've been knowing Chad for a moment. He went to the lab, so that's lab family, man. I respect him as a person. You know, I respect him as a brand. I admire what he does. You know, and I even shop with him. You know what I'm saying? He does a ton of our shirts in terms of Podcast Anywhere, and it's just cool because all this started through our SIG investment group. And I mean, and that just shows you the power of just collective investing and putting everything together. We started off like $10 a pop and worked our way up to like $50 a week. And when I say $10 a pop, $10 a person per month, right? And now we have $50 a person per month. And as we move up and as we do things, we're able to bring more stuff to fruition. So, man, it's a whole vibe out here, man. Background popping. I know y'all can hear the music. That's because we literally outside of the festival and probably the closest spot to where it just wouldn't mess up all the audio. But, man, Chad, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, man. You know, we had this take two, you know what I'm saying? But look, don't forget.
Yeah.
Chill came by with the bottle, man. I don't want to forget that out.
No, I'm gonna get all that. I'm glad you brought that up. Okay. So, little background on the whole bottle scoop, right? So, I've been knowing Chili Chill for like over 10 years, like just from being in the music scene, doing shows and whatnot. He sees us out here setting up everything. And I mean, do you know Chili Chill?
Nah, I never, I've heard of Chili Chill, right? You know, but I never met him in person until today, you know, never had the privilege.
Oh, wow. See, and I don't want to feel played, but I'm like, man, so he handed Chad a whole bottle of, what that is?
Yeah, man, he came up, he said, you drink? I said, yeah, you know, I take a little sip every now and then, and he handed me a bottle of the rosé from Bel Air, man, and he came to me like, man, I like what you got going on down here, you know what I'm saying, and I was looking like, this ain't really my production, bro.
Oh, no,
know,
it is.
This is Podcast Anywhere, but you know.
But it is though, you know, because you know, Chad be trying to be low key, but you know, he in on this too. Like we all in on this. That's what's so cool about the whole thing. Is like it's a family affair, and then to highlight each other's talent while we promoting the brand. I mean, it don't get no better than that. That's like a win-win, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, so you out here with the family, man? What they at? I see your son out here, man.
He backed up being a teenager, looking uninterested in everything. They left the wagon. They back in the festival, man. They, you know.
Oh yeah, they enjoying themselves. It looks nice, man. We just look over our shoulder to see the festivals. Now, let's not forget about that wagon, man. That wagon is top notch, man. It looks like some military grade wagon.
We get a lot of comments on that wagon, man. It's weird because it's just a wagon, you know. But I guess it's something special about it, man. Everywhere we pull that wagon, people stopping us like, "Oh man, that wagon fire!" Like, where y'all get that from? And I'm like. Academy.
Yeah, that wagon fire, man. I mean, he trying to downplay it, but that's a fire wagon. First thing I saw when I walked up with my girl, they over there, I was like, dang, he got a wagon. Because I was just thinking to myself, man, we should have had a wagon to cart all this stuff because we had to walk from Battery Park over there to the side of the Capitol just because it's so thick out here. And I was like, dang, man, next time I'm going to have a wagon. And he come with this old military grade wagon, beautiful family. Like, they camped out in there. I was like, yeah, I need that. So I'm going to be heading to Academy today to go ahead and get one of those, man, courtesy of Chad and Culture Overdose, that's what we're here to talk about, y'all. Not to have too much suspense, not to keep y'all in the dog, but I'm just elated. You know what I'm saying? Christy in the background, she working the cameras. Like I said, it's a whole sig affair. So let's jump into it, man. Cause we already on take 2. We had such a fire and organic interview going. I hate to do this to you, but I got to. And anybody listening in, I do forget to press record from time to time. Even on Zoom meetings, I will not press record just because I'm already in the spiel. So we recording visually, but the audio is my responsibility, and I totally dropped the ball. But we here, so let me not take too much more of your time, man. All right, so let's jump into it. What is Culture Overdose?
All right, man, try to run this back, man. Culture Overdose. I got to jump back to the beginning, man. Probably 15 or so years ago, back when I was still going to college at Southern University here in Baton Rouge. Me and my brother, my brother is my partner actually, and he unfortunately had a medical emergency, so he wasn't able to be out here today with us. But we kind of had the idea of starting a clothing line. We both were in fashion for a long time. I went to Southern Lab, kindergarten, 8th grade, so Lab Fam, once part of Lab Fam, always part of Lab Fam.
Yes.
And then I actually went to McKinley for high school and graduated from McKinley. I won Best Dress at McKinley, man, my senior year. So we was always into the whole fashion scene, and while I was in college, he was in college as well. We had the idea of a clothing line. So I remember being in class, a couple years ago, getting my degree, and I'm sitting there drawing the first logos for my first idea was just Renaissance, 2 original logos that came straight off the dome, drawing. But I said, man, I don't know anything about the game, the clothing game. So I was like, I knew I needed something kind of, I didn't want to just jump out there and learn from what I consider my baby, which is Renaissance, and which is art inspired. And so I created a brand that was supposed to be kind of generic and just fun, and it was called 100% Apparel.
Yeah.
And we ended up having them, and that was around time when Jay-Z had the I Go Ham song. That was like the first shirt I did. It said I Go and it had a ham on it.
Yeah.
And so that was the very first shirt, man. And we did a bunch of little spoof stuff, man. We had the Crispy Clean Doughboys.
I remember that.
We had the Dumb Way Stay Fresh, looked like the Subway sign. That was a real popular one. So just fun stuff like that. And but some of the we had stuff in like 4 different stores at the time, and it kind of came to a screeching halt. Life happened, priorities, it turned into a dream deferred. But we both knew we always was kind of buying our time to jump back off. Well, fast forward a few years ago, my brother kind of was on the forefront this time. He's like, man, I'm doing stuff again. I was kind of like, all right. I wasn't taking it too serious, you know what I'm saying? But I started seeing, he came up with one called Co-Pilot.
Okay.
And he also had one which is a brand for Christians, and he had another name for that first, and I'm not going to reveal that because I don't know what he might want to do with that. But we settled on something called Church Folk.
Okay.
So that was kind of his 2 babies. I still had Renaissance, and I still had 100%. And we both had 100%. Well, a lot of the stuff around 100% was 100% is all kind of spoof stuff, right? But some of the spoofs were more political and more socially charged, taboo, and so from that I had an idea for a line called Inflammatory Statement. And that sums up what that brand is about. And so it became 5. We had these 5 brands, all with different ideologies, all with different meanings behind them. And but they all reflected Black American culture, which is what we are, right?
Yeah.
And so from that, Culture Overdose was born to be a brand itself, but more so an umbrella brand,
right, for
all these different 5 brands. They have each individual flavor.
Right. So light bulb went off. I like Culture Overdose just as a name, as a brand, right? But now since he's explained everything, I get it. It's not just it's not just one thing. It's multiple culturally relative brands under one umbrella. That's kind of like the Overdose. Am I scratching the surface?
It could be a lot. The overdose, like you getting an overdose on culture. It's a lot. So. That's important for people. I think everybody don't get that, and if you don't really delve into it and look at what we're doing, you might see, and sometimes I got to step back because it's, inflammatory statement,
right? True
to the name. So it's you're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. You're gonna be like, oh man, this is bomb, or you might be offended.
Right.
And so I kind of be sometimes anxious, like, man, okay, we got. I told my brother, I said, man, we can't really have church folk an inflammatory statement
right,
back to back, you know
right.
what I'm saying? So I was like, it gets, if you don't understand what we're doing, you can kind of be like, you might not understand what we're trying to represent, or you might think we're being hypocritical, but good or bad, we're trying to reflect every aspect of the culture and really be kind of critical sometimes of the less of the more negative aspects of our culture. I'm a big fan of satire, so you know, a lot of inflammatory statements are satiric. So anytime if you see some Coach Overdose, you be like, oh man, they cooning. No, that's not what it is. You know, it's a deeper message behind that. It's meant to be a conversation starter. It's meant to draw attention and to have you think deeper about what we're really trying to say. Yeah,
because I mean, everything ain't sweet.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right.
To sit up there and act like everything is picture perfect, you know, that's false. And I really like that. I think that's super dope because it's like, man, it's showing that, you know, it's like beauty in and out. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's just a beautiful thing, that kind of truth. So not only do I feel like that, but I wear it, and you could wear it too. And I mean, two things could be like true at the same time.
Right, 100%.
Yeah. Oh man, like that's, you know what I mean? Culture overdose, baby. Like I get it. It resonates even further now. But I think I kind of jump forward because I was just ready to get into the interview take two. So let's back up a little bit. Who is Chad Uber, man? Who is Chad?
Oh man, I don't really. You know, I try to play the background, man. You know, I try to stay humble. So I don't like to have a lot of attention on myself. You know, it's funny. I'm gonna answer that question, but it's funny you asked that because when we first started this, I told my brother, I was joking with my brother, I said, look, man, you can be Baby, I'm gonna be Slim.
Yeah.
I said, I don't really want to be the face of this.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the one doing interviews. I just kind of want to play the background. I let you know, it ain't work out that way.
Hey, it be like that.
But I'm just a man, man. There's nothing, you know. I'm like any other man out here. Put my pants on 2 legs at a time, bro. I'm born and raised in Baton Rouge. You know, I'm a father, a son. Yeah. You know, a brother. Yeah. Child of God. Yeah. You know, a husband. Yeah. A friend to a few, you know, an associate to many, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm an artist, man. I'm an artist at heart, and I just want to create something. And I think one thing about any artist, you know, you create things for yourself because that's what you love doing. It's a passion, but you really, you know, the thing that makes it feel so worth it, and you want to have people admire or appreciate your art. Yeah. And it don't have to be everybody. You know, 1 million people is great, but even if it's one person who's like, man, I understand that, I get that, that's fire, I love what you created right there, man. That makes you want to keep doing it. So I wanted to, you know, I had all these ideas, and I wanted to make a statement. You know, I can't be up on it ain't really my calling to be up on the soapbox preaching to everybody, you know, and I've had a time where I be on Facebook, you know, making statements and talking about social issues and this and that, and I was like, you know, how can I use my creativity, my art, to try to reach people and make a statement and really just get my voice heard, you know? Yeah. And that's what Coach Overdose is about.
Oh man, so let me ask you this: what's a day in the life of Chad like?
Boring, man. It's not this. It's not this all the time. I would love to get to the point where, you know, I'm really just creating all the time, and like, you know, getting the brand out there and just reaching people, you know, because I'm an introvert, but I still like to interact with people. You know what I'm saying? Really, bro, I just go to work, man. This is not my full time. I got a 9 to 5, and I wake up early. I go to work, and I come home, and I spend my other time with my family. And you know, then when it's convenient, because my family's first, so you know, they priority even over this. Yeah. And so you know, yeah, I put them first. So most of the time, bro, I'm just with family. To be honest with you, that's the normal day in life. Work, and then after work, family.
Yeah. So like outside the grind, family.
Yep. And I enjoy spending time with friends. So, I like to slip it in. I got a really lot of close friends who I'm fortunate enough to have in the city. The rest are in Houston, so they ain't too far away. I slip out to Houston every now and then and go hang with them. And, we go, yesterday morning we was playing disc golf at Highland Park, me and one of my good friends. And who's a professor over at Southern Psychology Department, and then we'll go shoot pool sometimes, and every now and then us and our spouses will get together and have like a little game night or something. So I think that's really important to have some downtime.
Wait, so now you gotta hold on. You just said this golf. Disc golf, right? All right. So I think we talked about this one other time, but like that's to me like that's new like pickleball, right? So you got let's what is this golf?
Man, don't even talk about pickleball, bro. I was on the tennis team for a year at McKinley. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I was on the tennis team, man. So I see pickleball, I'm like, get off the tennis court. You know what I'm saying? That's messed up. I'm like, what are y'all? Get off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now disc golf, it's not something that's popular within the black community. It's relatively unknown. It's crazy because there's like a pro disc golf court right off Scenic Highway, like right by the interstate at Southern. And the whole time we went to college, we never knew it was there. Crazy, right?
What?
I know it's right there in our backyard, and we don't even realize. Right, that big old park, man, right off the interstate between Scenic and the interstate. That big old right there, like if you go on that side road off the interstate,
right,
and Scenic, where them houses at, it's a that big old. I don't know the name of the park. Yeah, it's a whole disc golf course over there, bro.
I know I'm not the only one who just kind of.
Nah, people don't know about it, man. And we went out yesterday, to be honest, and we was the only brothers out there.
I bet.
They had a tournament out there. We ain't know. We don't be trying to catch them vibes. We was trying to get, do it and have the park to ourselves. But it was a whole tournament going on. We was like, but we was the only brothers because it's a lot of stuff that in our community that we don't know about and we're not really into. It's a whole world out there, you know what I'm saying? And I found out about it. We had a Nintendo. My brother had a Nintendo Wii.
Yeah.
And it was the sports game that come with the Wii.
Heck yeah.
And they had disc golf on there, man. And we'll be playing disc golf with the remotes, like virtual disc golf. And that was our favorite game. And he was like, man, you know that we can do this for real. They got a park at Highland. And we never did it.
Yeah.
Until my homeboy Jay came, and he happened to play it with some of his friends from Lake Charles, and he the one who brought me out there first. And I love it, man. We be out there all the time now.
Man, look, my mind is it definitely. I got a lot of questions on that, but we here for Culture Overdose. But like I definitely throughout. I might have hurt my shoulder a couple times playing that tennis.
Yeah.
Oh, I was dogging that tennis. You just kind of undercutting. It's coming at you like I done hopped over couches, everything, messing around with that tennis. But look, that's a whole nother story. I definitely got a couple more questions. But he kind of broke down the game to me. I just don't want to jump off into that. I just want to try to keep it on Culture Overdose, man. But that's definitely interesting. So, like, who are your inspirations?
First and foremost, my parents.
Right.
Somewhere early on, I got in my head that I heard people talk about if every generation could just do better than the generation before them, we could progress, right?
Yeah.
And so somehow I equated that to if I could just do better than my parents, then I'd be successful.
Yeah.
And I don't mean just financially, you know what I'm saying? Like I have two siblings, a brother and sister, and we all married with children, and so like just socially, economically, the whole, spiritually, I was like, if I can at least match what my parents did, because I feel like they set a great example. I was like, if I can at least match what my parents did, then I would consider that success. And if I can see what they did and then raise my kids to do the same, then it's nothing but up. So they were my biggest inspiration. Artistically, I would have to say Aaron Magruder.
Who
is the creator of Boondocks.
Yeah.
I mentioned before, I love satire. Satire is my favorite literary element.
Yeah.
And I think it flies over a lot of people's heads. People see stuff and they take the surface level, but they don't really see what it's trying to say. Like, if something makes you mad, it was meant to make you mad.
Yeah.
And you have to go deep and say, why am I upset about this? What is this really trying to say?
Yeah.
Because if it's true, it's true. You can get mad if you want, but if it's reflecting, it's putting a mirror on something, you know what I'm saying? And people don't always like what they see back in that mirror. So Boondocks was, I think, a show that just came and, like, to me, I think it was like a cartoon, like the first of its kind.
Yeah.
And I loved it, man. So I love Aaron Magruder for that. Dave Chappelle. still on the satire kick.
Yeah.
He's my favorite comedian.
Yeah.
One of my favorite comedians, you know what I'm saying? And like early on, back from Dave Chappelle, Killing Him Softly stand-up, before a lot of people even knew who Dave Chappelle was.
Yeah.
And she was very satirical, and he was touching on a lot of social issues, you know what I'm saying? The way he presents it. I put a lot of satirical stuff in my line, an inflammatory statement.
Yeah.
That is the line, because like I say, I think I mentioned inflammatory statement kind of derived from 100%.
Right.
But I separated that. I said, I'm gonna keep 100% fun.
Okay.
Fun spoofs, and the ones that are more, socially charged, politically incorrect, I'm gonna separate them and create their own line. So those two of my, as artistically wise, some of my greatest inspirations.
Oh man, I was about to say Gangstalicious and jump off into my impressions, but I didn't want to interrupt you. So, what's up next for Culture Overdose, though?
So, we just want to get the brand out here to the people and keep developing, keep getting better. We still in development every day. Everything's getting stronger. I just had my sister telling me, man, y'all stepping y'all game up. She saw a sweatshirt I had on earlier. Yeah. When it was a little cold outside. Yeah. And it was new. Every time we create something, we test it for ourselves first, of course. And she was like, oh yeah. So to keep developing the quality, getting better. I would love to see Culture Overdose grow into where it doesn't just support our brands that we create, but other people's brands. Yeah. I remember early on in the game, they had people help me, teach me certain things on Photoshop as far as the editing and how to just get in the game. When I was learning, it's a lot of, I think, especially young people out here who they have ideas, but they don't know what to do. Right. They don't know how to get to the wholesalers. They don't know how to create a website. Right. They think it costs a whole bunch of money. They don't know how to start an LLC. Yeah. I would love Culture Overdose to become a point where somebody could say, hey, I got this brand idea. Can you help me put it out there? And I would say, if it's in line with the views of Culture Overdose, then say, hey, you can come under Culture Overdose and contractually, and you be part of the Culture Overdose fam. So where it's not just our brands, but it's other brands, and I'd love to see it span past just Black American culture. Right. I would love other cultures, and it don't just have to be Black. Like say Jamaicans and West Africans and Haitians, and you know what I'm saying, but Afro-Cubans. But it just don't have to be Black people. If they got Koreans who got stuff they want to say about their culture, or Hispanic or Latin people. If you feel like you want to do culturally relevant clothing, and you kind of want to hit the easy button, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to do all the groundwork, then we're open to having people come under the umbrella and use our platform to get that brand out there. So you got you kind of got an incubator going on. Yeah, that's what we kind of set it up for. That's when Culture Overdose was created. It was kind of made in mind to be like, hey, let's start a platform where people can come under us. Because if you go on the Culture Overdose website, you'll see like each brand has its own tab. Right. And then you click on that brand and it opens a new catalog. Oh, wow. Now, I mean, that takes the whole Culture Overdose name and brand like even further. I see the vision. So that kind of takes me to my next question. So where do you see Culture Overdose in 3 years? Man, that's I guess you got to have vision, right? Right. I just see us being more of a household name, if not but locally. I like to storm Baton Rouge first. Yeah. Houston, the South, you know what I'm saying? Get out more of these festivals, just really get the name out there, man. I love to see walk around and start seeing people that I don't know in Culture Overdose apparel. And just the grind, man. I try not to. I set high goals. Yeah. This is a downfall for me. I'm not really a planner, man, and that's not a good thing. But I set high goals, but I keep my expectations low, because I say expectations are the root of disappointment. And so I have high goals, but I don't really, I don't expect anything. So for right now, it's kind of, it's a business, but it's really just a hobby, man. Like, I work a 9 to 5, and I just want to create. I really want to create, man. I hate business. I hate the business side of it, to be honest. Yeah. I'm the artist, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to create, and I want to see people in my clothes, man. I just appreciate it. I want to see people, because if they're in it, then they appreciate it. And that's really what I want, man. So, we just taking it one day at a time, man. Not putting too much pressure on it, and just wherever it goes, it goes.
So I mean, you ain't out here just kind of winging it, huh? You say you don't like the plan. I mean, what a...
Well, I wouldn't say I'm winging it, man, but I don't have like, you know, I don't have that. I've never, even for my own personal life, I never had that 5-year goal, 5-year plan. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I know things have to be done a certain way, and you know, we go about a way of doing things, but nah, like I don't have like, nah, I really don't. If you want to consider that winging, I guess maybe I am winging it.
Well,
man.
no, that might be a little too. That might be a little too harsh. I mean, because it's definitely some planning. Because I mean, I see the designs, I see the vision, so I know it's a plan in there. I mean, just everything we've been talking about, that's not happenstance. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I guess I don't have like, you know, oh yeah, man, in 5 months I'm gonna have my shirts in this store, and in 2 years, you know, the website's gonna be here. I don't have all that. I don't have all that down.
So it's not necessarily outlined, but it is. The vision is there, though.
Yeah. I'm just, you know, I don't want to. So I did art in high school. I was in talented art, and I was also good at math and science. So everybody said, "What you gonna be when you grow up?" A lot of people thought I was gonna go to school for art, and back then you young, and I didn't have, I guess, the right people in my ear. But I was like, "No, I want to make money," and they was like, "Well, you know, go engineering. You can make a lot of money." And so that's what I did.
Yeah.
I didn't think I could make no money doing art. You know what I'm saying? So I guess what I was saying, like, and a part of me thought that if I turn art into my job, then I'm going to develop a distaste for it.
Right.
When that pressure comes and you got to produce, that's like an artist's worst. The pressure to produce. You hear music artists talk about that a lot. You know, when they sign the labels and we need this. You owe us this record by this date. You know what I'm saying? And it kills the vibe. And so I say all that to say, like, I don't want to kill a vibe of what's happening now. Like, I don't want to be under any pressure to produce anything. So we make clothes, I have an inspiration, I design it, we put it on something, we drop it, and then it's just out there, you know, and then people take it as they may. I feel like, you know, if what we do is fire, once it gets around the right eyes, and it'll just pick up naturally, man. There won't be no pressure, there won't be no stress. And so, yeah, man, we just out here just having fun.
So there is a method to the madness, though.
Is that a method?
I think so. It sounded like a method, man. You know, it sounded like a process in there.
Okay, well, yeah, there you go. That's the process there.
Oh, all right. I was like, man, this is too well thought out. I was just messing with you with the winging, but I just wanted y'all to hear, like, you know, try to be downplaying and be humble about it. But I know it's a method to it. I mean, just so, all right, how do you pick colors, fabrics, all that? Like what's that kind of process like? And let's talk creation, since you love to create. Like, what's the creation process like for you?
I get a lot of inspiration from, like, I'm kind of, I don't know if obsessed is the right word, but I kind of lean heavily on, like, the Black American experience and, like, slavery, civil rights, you know, just the struggles that our people, you know, and not all the negative, but a lot of the positive things that we had to contribute. So, you know, I've kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? I've tailored my social media to where I only see certain things. Right. And, like, so it's a lot of people that I'm friends with, but I unfollow on Facebook, for instance. Not unfriended, but unfollowed because I need to keep my timeline, you know, producing a certain imagery, a certain message that fits with what I want to see. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things that come across are socio-political things, and that kind of inspires me. For instance, well, I don't want to touch on that because I ain't released that yet. But I just saw a video of Martin Luther King, and it kind of went along line with a shirt I had. So I designed that, and then I got so many designs that never seen the light of day, bro. It's been sitting there for years, and then I just waiting for the right time, I guess. As far as, like, colors and everything, I have a problem with wearing black, man. I print everything to black. Black shirts, black hoodies.
And nothing wrong with that.
My brother always give me, like, bro, why everything is black? Like, why you always? I'm like, I just like things that look good on black. So,
black, y'all. Black, y'all.
So like more than half my t-shirts, bro, is black. If you see me out, I'm probably gonna be in black. It's a good thing. You can bet your roll the dice and bet your money I'm gonna be in black, man. You know, so my creative process is different from his, but that's what inspires. And a lot of it was inspired by music too. Okay. So I hear music lyrics. You know, I'm a big lover of music, man. Initially hip hop, but like everything, jazz, R&B, you know, some rock music, alternative, just everything, man. So I get a lot of inspiration from the designs behind music too.
Okay. So I mean, now I know you into not just music and like socio-political stuff. We be talking about like movies and everything too, right?
Yeah, that's all part of the culture, man.
Yeah.
We grew up in front of the TV.
Yeah.
Me and my brother, watching WB,
Straight up.
Martin, Jamie Foxx show, the Wayans brothers,
Family Matters,
Living Single, all that, man.
Yeah.
Movies, almost every movie. The only, I was ashamed to say this, but I will admit it now. I just watched Color Purple for the first time in my adult life. In my adult life, I know they always say like, what black movie you haven't seen on them posts, and they be like, man, anybody say the Color Purple, give it their black card right now. I'm like, I ain't gonna say that.
Nah.
They gonna come for me, but nah, I just seen Color Purple, and then the only other one I ain't seen is Pootie Tang, bro. But other than that, I seen every black movie.
This man ain't seen Pootie Tang.
I ain't seen it, bro. I'm not ashamed to admit it,
dropped.
man. But that's it. I think that's good. I've seen literally every other black movie that's ever came out.
All right, y'all. We gotta put them. I gotta put them through the test. All right. So just couple quick questions. I got it. Do you know how to play spades and dominoes?
Come on, man. Nah, that hurt, bro.
Well, I don't know now.
Listen.
Yes or no?
And I'll beat you in it. I'm challenge me.
Okay. Do you eat gumbo?
Of course.
Mac and cheese?
I don't like cheese, bro.
You don't like? Let's skip the question.
Yeah, we'll come back to that. To that.
All right. Do you eat potato salad?
Yeah, not everybody potato salad.
All right, that's a good answer. That's a good answer. Because you can't eat everybody. Yeah, that's a good answer. All right. You seen Friday?
Of course, man.
All the Fridays?
All of them. Every black movie except Pootie Tang, and I recently seen my first time in my adult life, The Color Purple.
You eat catfish?
Of course.
Crawfish?
All that. That's Louisiana. I ain't talking about Louisiana culture.
Well, I mean, no, because that's still all there.
I always thought Color Purple was a chick flick. And then I had this conversation, I brought it up, and I had other people agree with me, bro. I ain't the only brother who ain't seen Color Purple out here in my adult life. My homeboy was like, man, it's for the culture, bro. You just gotta watch it.
Well, you know that I since we're being honest, I never seen the whole Lean on Me.
See, don't come for me, bro.
I seen some of it. I just ain't seen all of it.
You smoke crack, don't you? See, now I can tell you. You play dominoes?
Yeah.
All right, well,
yeah.
All right.
It's all that.
Okay, well, come on in.
Yeah, shoot. I'm good. Like, I'm certified. I stamped. I mean, I think the Pootie Tang really just kind of threw me too, because, Pootie Tang go hard, man.
I know. My brother seen it, and, I'm 4 years younger than him, so I was young when it came out. He seen it, and I was like, man, was it good? We always used to take each other movie, and he was like, man, it was stupid. But funny stupid, but he was like, it was stupid.
Right.
And so I think that's why I just never watched it.
It is funny, stupid, but it's still funny, man.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it one day.
Oh, man. All right, so we learning things about Chad that, you know what, while we on that, so what's something that most people don't know about Chad?
That I don't eat cheese.
No, are you lactose intolerant?
I ain't gonna say I don't eat it. I don't like the taste of it. Nah, I just was going that way, bro. Like, when I was young, I didn't eat cheese at all. And, like, I eat artificial. It gets complicated. So, like, I don't like the taste of cheddar, and American especially.
Okay.
I'll eat mozzarella.
Okay.
Because it's a light cheese. You can barely taste right. So I eat pieces.
Okay.
But I like saucier pieces because the sauce kind of kills the taste.
Gotcha.
But I have turned down pieces that was too cheesy. You know what I'm saying?
No,
so
I feel that.
I eat artificial cheese, like I eat nacho cheese, not Velveeta.
Gotcha.
I eat fake macaroni and cheese, the blue box, the crab macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
I eat that.
Okay.
I don't eat it with the real cheese that they bake in the oven, the good one that everybody says is good.
Yeah.
I just don't like cheese, bro. Never had a cheeseburger.
Wait. You never had a cheeseburger?
Nah, man.
This man never had a cheeseburger.
Never had a cheeseburger, bro. I don't like cheese, bro.
All right, so maybe we shouldn't question his blackness, but do you believe in aliens?
I do.
I don't know, man. Anybody ain't never had no cheese or whatnot.
I think I'm not the only one out here, man. Now look, it ain't a lot of us. I could probably count on like one hand how many people I've met that don't eat cheese. But we are out here. We ain't strong, we ain't numerous, but we out here.
So you ain't never had a fake cheeseburger?
A fake cheeseburger? What's a fake cheeseburger?
I I don't know, like a fake cheese on a burger. I mean, I'm just trying to. I know you said fake macaroni and cheese, so I want to.
I did have a burger with pepper jack cheese on it one time.
Oh, that's. I mean,
but it's pepper jack. I was really hungry. I was out drinking that night.
Right.
Super hungry. I told them no cheese. They put the cheese on anyway. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to hold my breath and eat this burger because I'm starving.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy it. I wouldn't do it again.
All right, so look, how can people support Culture Overdose?
You know what? Of course, go on the website and wear us. Whether you buy or whatever, but it's more simple than that. This share us, follow us. Yeah. It don't cost nothing to like. That's kind of I put out design, you see it, I like that. Like it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook. That don't cost nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's really it, man. I'm not here trying to strong on nobody. If you like it, you think it's good, support it. Show us some love. That's it.
Yeah, what's the website?
www.cultureoverdose.com.
Easy. www.cultureoverdose.com. Y'all go check that out. Y'all go buy some, support that. I hate to do it, and talk about a promotional code, but maybe, man, I ain't talking about nothing major. Maybe a little 5% off. We do something.
I think I can cook up a podcast anywhere.
Something, man. That way, because I'm a believer in paying people like they price. But at the same time, that way we kind of track. We could track the traffic or something like that. See if it's working, not necessarily detract from the value of the brand.
Yeah. That shouldn't. I can cook that up.
Yeah. Just throwing it, just throwing it out there. Man, it's a beautiful day out here, man. I ain't gonna hold you too much longer because I gotta go take the kids. I'm sure they got funnel cakes. I see Empire Wings out there. I see the kids back in the cool wagon. That's really a cool wagon. And my kids over there, like I said, I paid them too early, so they kind of doing the job, kind of not. But I want them to know that you need to be compensated for your time, and then I want them to know how to build a brand, and then I want them to see people who build brands, and just kind of put it all together.
Hey man, I put this out there before, and I haven't gotten anything yet. If anybody, especially young people, want to know got any questions about what it takes to build a brand or start an LLC or anything, anything that I can help, I'm more than willing to do that. You can hit us up in the DMs, email, just however you figure out the contact. All the contact information is on the Facebook and the Instagram page, just Culture_Overdose, Facebook Culture Overdose. Find us, man. Get people around the city know me, you know what I'm saying? You see me in the streets, holler at me, man, and we more than willing to help. We out here to help people. I'm not trying to gatekeep none of this information about, I ain't trying to help another brother start a clothesline or sister start a clothesline. Anything any knowledge that I have, I'm willing to share. And I know my brother feels the same way. Yeah,
that's fire, man. That's fire. So we've been talking beauty in and out. I mean, y'all hear the brand, y'all hear Chad, man. It's always refreshing to converse with genuine people, and people that want to see other people do well. I think we need that. We got enough of the crazy stuff going on, enough of the viral videos, and I definitely want this to be a viral interview. But we need things like this to go viral, like positivity and things that's gonna help each other come up and stuff like that. We need to support one another, all that. So I know we've been talking about political, because we gonna end this thing. Like I said, I won't hold you too long, and the funnel cakes calling my name, Wings is calling my name. I've been in the gym, but this might be cheat day, and Sunday is my favorite day. Just throwing it out there. But so any presidential predictions?
Man, no. I hate politics, bro. I don't follow politics, man. Socio-political, but when it comes to just straight political, I can't lie. Big shout out to everybody who fighting on the forefront of the political scene. No disrespect to anybody who out there making positive change in our city, in our community. But for me, I just can't. I don't have the capacity, man. It's a lot of. I don't even know if I want to get into all that, man. It's a lot. It's a lot with the political scene, so I kind of just. I don't too much mess with politics.
I mean, I know it's a touchy subject, which politics is, but I mean, I don't even want to know your political affiliation, but I'm just throwing it out there. Do you see Trump taking it, or do you?
To be honest, Trump is a character, man.
Yeah.
I feel like, unfortunately, the political scene in our country is becoming more and more of a show.
Yeah.
The news channels, Fox News, CNN, it's almost like something you'll see on a movie or something, man. Like it's like it's a production. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you have to question the authenticity of it and the genuineness. Are they, you can see them trying to play on people's top. Catering to certain people, trying to rile people up.
Yeah.
It's not like they just presenting facts. A lot of it is biased. All that saying, I can see, if Trump go against Biden, I wouldn't be surprised if he won.
No doubt, no doubt. Like I said, I ain't want to squeeze anything out of them because, political affiliations are our political affiliations. But I always try to throw something in there. Last time with Box, I kind of chopped it up and asked him about the whole Cheesecake Factory thing. Also, do you think that men who cook are sassy?
No, man, come on, man. It's Louisiana.
That came up again.
You know what? I think that, no. No, times have changed, man. And, it's not the same world we used to live in 50 to 100 years ago where men were the providers, women weren't allowed to work, so they took care of the home and they cooked. Right. You know what I'm saying? And there's plenty of male chefs out there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. This Louisiana where everybody can cook, you know what I'm saying? Even they make jokes all the time about white people can't cook. Not down here in Louisiana, our white people can cook, you know what I'm saying? So it's just part of our culture down here. So I think men cooking, ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah, because I didn't know how to feel. Because, I was like, damn, I just learned how to cook. I mean, I got about 6 signature dishes. They fire, though. I know how to cook rice and all that. And I heard that, and I was like, well, god damn. Because I know I would have saved a ton in college and everything. I didn't drink so much bread just eating out and doing whatever when I could have just cooked at the crib, popped open a bottle of wine, been already.
Nah, man, I thought we was past that already, man. I ain't know if people out here still talking about men not supposed to be cooking.
Man, look, it came up. It came up recently, so I just don't know, man. It's definitely a new generation of thought. It's a whole mental thing going on, and man, just trying to clarify. Just trying to get your take on it. So, man, it's been a beautiful interview, man. This really came out really well, y'all, because y'all should have seen us, man. That first take was going smooth. Yeah. We totally ran it back with this second take, man. And man, it's just a beautiful day. Shout out to Christy, shout out to Elle, shout out to Paige. They came to help us out, man. Shout out to DJ Chili Chill. He over here got the drone flying above us and everything. He brought the bottle of Bel Air Rosé.
Get in the shot.
You got any shout outs you want to give?
Just friends and family, anybody who know me coming up, who know me who I am. I just family, friends, man. Yeah. Too many to name personally. Anybody who's helped me get to where I am, you know who you are, with this clothing line or otherwise, and it's all love.
Heck yeah, y'all. Oh man, we're gonna end this transmission on a great note. It's been a stellar interview, man. Really cool. I just appreciate y'all for tuning in. I know y'all hear the tunes, man. Shout out to Myra Richardson.
Oh, the vibe is great.
Oh man, Myra Richardson. I'm gonna get her on one of these podcasts. That's my girl, man. I've been knowing Myra since she first started off on those steps. That's when she came. Yeah. That's when she rose up as a young all-star, just a voice for the people on those steps. After Alpha Sterling and all that, she was in the forefront of the protests and everything. So man, just really dope what she got going on, and she's giving us the whole background and atmosphere for this wonderful podcast. Man, any last words? I know I asked you about a shout out. Any last words? Give them the website one more time.
Website is www.coachoverdose.com. That's Coach Overdose on Facebook, Coach_Overdose on Instagram. That's where you can find us.
All right, y'all, man. Look, I'm gonna get a catchy phrase like Anchorman soon. But for now, man, y'all be prosperous. Y'all love one another and live abundantly. We out of here.
Podcast anywhere.